An introduction to the book of Malachi. The prophet Malachi wrote this book in Jerusalem after the Jews returned from Babylon. He proved to be a fearless spokesman for Jehovah. Malachi completed writing his prophecy sometime after 443 BCE, many years after Haggai and Zechariah wrote their books, but about the same time Nehemiah wrote his book. About a century had passed since the first Jewish exiles returned to Jerusalem. The temple had been rebuilt, and the rebuilding of Jerusalem's walls was completed, but the nation still needed spiritual guidance. The book of Malachi has 4 chapters. In chapters 1 and 2, Jehovah denounces the priests for their corrupt practices. Jehovah calls them to account because they are offering him inferior animals for sacrifice. The priests have been negligent in teaching the people, who are unjustly divorcing their wives and marrying new wives from pagan nations, something that Jehovah hates. Chapter 3 indicates there would be a forerunner to the Messiah. The Messiah, or messenger of the covenant, will come to the temple to cleanse it. Jesus did this when he threw greedy merchants out of the temple. Did you know? Malachi mentions Elijah the prophet. However, Elijah had been long dead by the time Malachi wrote his prophecy. Jesus identified John the Baptizer as the Elijah that Malachi foresaw. In chapter 4, Malachi makes a prophetic reference to the Son of Righteousness, which highlights Jesus' role as mankind's Savior. As you read the book of Malachi, notice how Jehovah expects us to give him our best, how Jehovah hates unjust divorce, and how the messenger of the covenant, the foretold King of God's kingdom, supports true worship.